is Nurul Ain Abisha binti Zulkarnain Go.
I am Khairulisa binti Zarul.
I am Engku Aisyah binti Cikgu Setia.
I am Nur Afifah binti Muhammad Azmi.
My name is Nur Atira binti Nurrizan.
Introduction. First and foremost, in this case study, there are issues in an organization that its officers are dealing with. Haniff is the main person in this case, and he was difficulty with the product that is the outcome of his group's efforts. The organization chief executive officer was dissatisfied with Haniff and his group as a result. Due to the circumstances, this case focuses on perception. The perception is the process by which we attempt to experience the world around us.
Next, moving to problem statement. One of the problem in this case is Haniff and his team members are being strategized to another department due to the product they are working on not getting an approval and satisfaction from their manager. The cost of the new production of the new product they are working also has been reduced about 50%. He tried to convince his manager, but he refused to listen to Haniff. Clearly, the issue is about some perception exists in the organization. Firstly, a selective perception. People who have selective perceptions interpret what they see according to their interests, background, experiences and attitudes. According to this case study, Haniff's manager described dealing with poor product despite its improvement, which can be seen in his description. He mentions Haniff's previous experiences with a product that went poorly in the marketplace and ultimately failed. Next is the halo effect. It occurs when just one characteristic of a person or thing is utilized to form an opinion about them as a whole. It's clearly seen that the manager judged the new expatriate only by his talent and not by knowledge. As in this case, Haniff's manager gave his the assurance that the new expatriates who just joined them had the skills and the expertise necessary to support Haniff and his team in developing a new project in a short period of time. The third one is the manager also assumed that all the team is the same. This can be seen when Haniff manager made an initial assumption to the project undertaken by Haniff and his team that the project will fail even if there were modifications to the project. This is called a first impression error. First impression error is the tendency to make snap decision either positive or negative about a candidate in the opening moment of the interview.
The solution of the case study for Haniff and his team members is to have a high level of self-awareness. The team should not make negative assumptions about the management. They also can assume that their new junior is not able to lead them because he does not know this product. They need to fend off such those and give their junior a chance to help. Next, Haniff and his team members had to seek information from various sources. To produce a successful project, they need to do research from different perspectives. They also need to minimize their personal perceptual bias by seeking the views of others. In this way, it can help them make a good decision. Other than that, they must avoid common perceptual distortions. The team must understand that self-discipline is a must for successful businesses and be adequately aware of how this distortion can negatively affect them. The team must do the project as effectively as they can without raising any issue and provide a thoughtful response to a suggestion. The solution of the case study for the management is they need to be empathic. The management also cannot continue to think negatively about Haniff, who has poor experience in managing projects. He should be open-minded by positioning himself as Haniff and his team members so that he can make decisions without his.
Now, let's move on to recommendations.
One of the best things that Haniff and the manager can do is to communicate with each other. This is because problems and misunderstandings between both parties can be solved by having a deep talk. Haniff and his manager can share their thoughts and displeasure towards each other to avoid uncomfortable situations and have a positive working environment. Apart from that, the superiors of the company are responsible to lead their employees' behavior when working. The manager should shape and mold Haniff and his team members' behavior by using reinforcement process. A positive behavior from one of them can guarantee the success of the organization. Last one. Haniff should stop being judgmental and underestimate other people. Although it is very typical for people to act in this way, but we cannot make this as the new norm in the organization. Haniff was irritated that he had to follow the instructions of the young expatriate who had newly joined the company, but he was unaware that the young expatriate might have more knowledge than him in the same field. Haniff can acquire new skills and expand his knowledge and experience and be a better worker if he stops being judgmental on people around him.
In conclusion, they must resist such ideas and allow their juniors to assist. Haniff has the opportunity to speak with his management and offer his ideas. When an issue arises, communication is critical since misunderstandings can sometimes be overcome. Managers should fit the social learning reinforcement process to the behavior of their employees. Haniff and his team needs reinforcement from the manager to improve their negative behavior. Positive behavior from one individual can help the business thrive, and they should stop passing judgment on others. Therefore, we all know that every problem that occurs has a solution either sooner or later. In a company, if both parties play their respective roles and work together as a team while performing tasks, then they can achieve goals together.